He's the bane of chaos, so he's a god of vengeance and bloodshedding and sacrifice, who's all about warring against chaos and its many creations and the enemies of the lizardmen. And then you have Sotek, who's the god of the sun, and therefore a god of invigoration and life and energy and warmth and fire. And then last but certainly not least, we have Itzel, who's the god of beasts. It is he who allows beasts to live, he who allows beasts to be tamed. For any creature that takes a mount, they must have Itzel's blessing, for Itzel is the king of beasts, the tri-horned beast of the old ones. Oh yeah, if you don't see it, refreshing it will usually make it pop up. Almost there. We're almost there, chat. Picking Sotek purely for my boy Tenenwen. Yeah, if you like Tenenwen, that is definitely the right choice. If you like Troglodons, the Troglodons are weird because like they're kind of associated with all the old ones, but they're only able they have split tails and are serpentine and venomous, and they're only able to be ridden by twin-tailed skinks, which heavily implies that they're Sotek aligned, not Old One aligned, but shrug. How am I finding the Witcher lore? Oh, the lore is great. Like, I've been having an awesome time with it. It's very interesting and weird at the same time, but like in good ways. The Witcher is a very interesting universe because, like, in a lot of ways, it feels like I'm late to everything. Like, you read about how the whole, like, the convergence and all this other stuff about, like, how all these monsters and beasts and creatures appeared in the universe in the first place. And in a lot of ways, it feels like, you know, this like crazy awesome epic event happened ages ago that spawned all the, you know, the monsters and creatures and magic, all this stuff, but all of the like really fanciful things really feel like they're just not around as much anymore, because the world, it has such a grounded perspective, and it really feels like a lot of the more magical elements are kind of like dying out or falling asleep or, you know, hidden away. I mean, every once in a while you'll come across something that's like, oh wow, that seems like obscenely powerful. You know, like with the Wild Hunt and everything. Bitch. Have I watched the new Witcher spinoff? The Netflix animated movie? I haven't seen it yet. This is it, chat. The final question mark that we can get to at the moment, because there's 2 question marks still in Skellige, but I don't think we can get to them until we open up something. No, the live action Vomit Fest. All right, so is it good or bad? I'm getting mixed signals here. Okay, I think we need to go in the boat. I can't get in on this side. There's new songs. It's a very big retcon. It's fine if you don't know the lore. Cool. On my way, tree. Maybe it is in the water. No, I feel like it is. I feel like it's in the boat. Maybe we can find a way up over here. What's with the trees? So ever since CD Projekt Red put out an update, here we go. That like improved the graphics. I've been getting all sorts of like fun little quirks every once in a while. You know, nice new fresh bugs. Have I played the Electricons board game? I own it, but I haven't gotten around to playing it yet. Weird. Feels like it should have done something. Maybe I go down this way? I would love to be able to run right now. No, this isn't right. Have I read about the Ein Elves? That does not ring a bell for me, I'm afraid. Yeah, I will say, I wish that content creators, as far as like showrunners and producers and directors and all that stuff, I wish they weren't so against the idea of like taking something that's been made and just making a newer, better iteration of it that tries to like really grasp what a lot of people love about the story. Okay, so I can't go up there. Like, because at that point, it just feels like they're using the IP as a cash grab as opposed to actually trying to explore the story. So it's like, why are you bothering to take this IP if you're not gonna explore the IP? Okay, no, it is definitely inside. How the fuck do I get in here? What the hell? Like, there's climbable rocks, but they only take me, like, to the center of the island. I can't seem to get over that hill. Like, can you imagine what the 40K community is going to do when they inevitably make a Horus Heresy show and they end up, like, changing the fuck out of it? How pissed people are going to get? Like, they're gonna come out and be like, we know a lot of people were expecting, like, a lot of people were expecting Ferris Manus to get beheaded, but we decided we wanted to mix things up, and instead of Ferrus Manus getting beheaded, we decided to behead Angel Boy of the Blood Angels. That'll catch people off guard. Also, we're gonna make him a massive douchebag instead of like the beloved icon that he appears to be for the 40k community, because we wanted to mix things up a little bit. Why do you always choose? Why do you hurt me like this? Nah, you know what they're really gonna do? You know what would be the genuinely the best thing ever? Like, I would laugh. It would be so bad, but I would laugh so fucking hard. Is if they came out with a Horus Heresy series and they decided to try and mix things up and be a little more unpredictable and like tell their own story. They decide to change which Primarchs become Chaos and which ones stay good guys. Could you imagine? Like, they're like, no, Horus actually is the good guy, and Horus doesn't fall to Chaos. Instead, it turns out none of the Dark Gods are real, and it's all just the Emperor pretending to be the other Dark Gods. And the Emperor's the only actual Chaos God, and Horus is the good guy. Oh, man. There you go. So really, Chaos, all the Chaos Primarch, god damn it. All the Chaos Primarchs are the good guys, and all of the good Primarchs are the bad guys. Okay, this is the fucking most annoying shit I've had to deal with. Why is this so dumb? Literally, this is like, I cannot figure out a way up here.
Considering how horrible some of the retcons and new details in the Black Library Horus Heresy books are you at all worried for the old world lore?
Oh, there it is. Fucking, oh, dude, I may be too fat to do this. Well, I could just drop some shit, I guess. Come on, guys. Everyone knows that the best way to make content is to subvert expectations. That's all that matters. Finally, Jesus. Like, communicating the actual story so that new people can experience it. No, that's dumb. We don't need to worry about that. Telling an accurate story so that old fans get to like just see all of their favorite moments brought to life and appreciate it. No, we can't do that. That's silly. That's nobody wants to see that. Completely change everything so that everybody hates it, and also like there's no real reference for the story, so it's just even more confusing and more difficult to follow. There you go. Now we're talking. Just turned 40k into fantasy. Oh man. They're like no, dude. They come out and they're like, they start doing the 40k story, but it actually starts with that fantasy was the origin, and it turns out 40k is literally just Age of Sigmar. Like they're like, look, it's the God Emperor. And it's just Sigmar. And they're like, look, it's the Primarchs, and you just see like Nagash, Alariel, Morith, Marathi, Malarian. Everyone's just like, oh no, oh no. That would be amazing. We're done. It's over. It's finally over, chat. We're free. We're free! Swim for the mainland, Geralt! Swim for the mainland! Let's see. Considering how horrible some of the retcons and new details in the Black Library Horus Heresy books are, am I worried at all for the old world lore? No, not really. I mean, I can very much appreciate that you don't seem to care very much for the Horus Heresy books. I know some people that love them, and seem to think they're absolutely fantastic. I mean, that's how those kind of things go. I mean, I'm expecting retcons in the old world, but the old world also kind of has an advantage in that we know virtually nothing about it. Like the time that they're dipping into, we know very, very few details. So like, there's really not a lot they can retcon because it's so unexplored. That's why it was a really good choice for them to go there in the first place. Like, you know, the Witcher show effed up when the writer tells you they effed up? Do you mean like the writer of the Witcher books? Because I would probably not agree with that, because I'm pretty sure he hates the games. And I think the games are pretty good. Like, they're obviously different than the source material, but they're still very good. Do I do the tower quest on the top right island? Which top right island? This top right island? Yes. If you're talking about this one. Like, I don't see any other markers or questions. Mr. Wheelman, thanks so much for coming by. Have a great night. Good to see you. Give me Old World Gorthor. When does Gorthor show up? Carol, you keep fucking. The Beast Lord. Does this book not have? God damn it. Oh yeah, no. Gothor's already been dead for centuries by this point. No, Gothor the Beast Lord is 1,000 years ago. We're only going back 200 years for the old world. Oh no, I'm not saying that the Netflix stuff is good. I'm just saying that I don't know if the Witcher author is necessarily the best critic to pull from, because he seems to be very, very, very particular about how he evaluates good or bad. Are there any notable greenskins around the time of the old world? 200 years ago? I think by that point, Grom had already been defeated. Let's see. Oh, no. We are 20. Oh, yeah, no, not really. No, during the Great War Against Chaos, as of right now, there are no notable greenskins. Grom the Paunch doesn't show up for like another 100 years. And Gorbad's already dead at that point. We're missing. If they keep advancing the timeline, we'll eventually get to Grom. But Grom doesn't show up until like 2420, which is 120 years after the Great War Against Chaos ends. So we're gonna get some. We're gonna probably get some new greenskin characters. Which will be nice. Whew. From what they've shown on the map of the old world, it seems like the greenskins are going to be the primary antagonist of Bretonia. At least at the start of the old world. Because they seem to be mostly focused on like kind of that area, like the vaults, the Grey Mountains. So I'm expecting the greenskins are going to be mostly focused there. So it's probably going to be mostly like classic orcs and goblins. Not as much on like the subspecies, at least to start. I would really love to see like a Savage Orc war boss, because we've never really had one as like a main focus. Or yeah, like a Forest Goblin character would be super cool. Any of those would be super fun. What species has the shortest lifespan? Skaven. Skaven die of old age, typically by like 10 years old. Some live longer, but most of them do not live very long at all. Finally! Land! I fucking love this horn! I toot and they fall. Where do you think you're going? Is Ragush the Bloody Horn still around? That's not ringing a bell for me. The Horn of No Fly Zone? Well, it only works on sirens, unfortunately, but for what it's focused on, it does a good job. We did it, chat! We did it! We're free! Oh my god. Now we can go to Velen, sell all our shit, and then we can go talk to Uma! We can go talk to Uma! It's finally happening! Hi, sorry for asking Age of Sigmar question, but are there any honorable, like in fantasy, dwarf nations in Age of Sigmar? Not exactly like them. It depends on which group you're... So, there's not a full nation yet, though it seems like they're building up to... So, how do I explain this? The main focus of the Dwarden going into 3rd edition is that the Dwarden seem to very actively be trying to resurrect the Khazalid Empire. And the Khazalid Empire is... basically the dwarf empires of Warhammer Fantasy, like the dwarf empires of old. that a lot of people are very eager to see brought back. Oh, good. She has like $1 billion, so I know I can sell everything here easily. Freedom! Oh my God.
Take care now.
I don't object to your white mug.
Yeah?
All right. I'm coming for you, Uma. I'm coming. Dudes, we get to actually advance the storyline. Are y'all ready for this?
You white one. Look like you got soused last night too.
Oh yeah, my personal chest. That's a good point. Let's do that real quick. Oh, this is where I've been keeping a lot of trophies here. Also, a shitload. Oh, give me my bolts back. Why was I keeping all this shit? I don't know, but I guess I'll just hang on to it. Why not? Oh yeah, let's real quick. Okay, we just saved, so let's load back into our save so we can get rid of all the graphical issues.
Led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman.
Have a good night, Jock Diego. Any new lore bits about Mermidia and or the Knights of the Blazing Sun and Up of Arms? Yeah, quite a bit actually. There's a significant amount of storytelling in it that follows that heavily explores what's going on, like as far as like what the cult's up to now. We also get a little more details about like Mermidia's life. Knights of the Blazing Sun get some really nice details. It's a great book. I'd highly recommend it.
To talk to you.
About?
Finally!
Uma, gonna take him with me.
Gotta ask the Baron's permission. Thing is, he ain't here.
Not about to ask for anything. I'm telling you, you can try to stop me. But that'd be an error. A mortal one.
Think you got me shaking in my boots?
This guy's such a
Sure as
dick.
hell should be.
Fine. Cripple's not worth no blood. See the groom. He ought to be glad to give him up. Bugger's been eating from the feed bags. And a pleasant journey to you both.
Thank you kindly.
Looks like I didn't fix the tree bug. Oh yeah, you're right. Well, I can hear. Let me come out here.
Use some hair of the hound.
So we're gonna do a hard save and a hard reset. We're gonna save. We're gonna exit all the way out of the game, and then we're going to load back in and see if that fixes it. What species / race has the longest lifespan? The Slan. Slan Mage Priests or Slan, they by far have the longest lifespan. Like, they don't seem physically capable of dying from old age. The Sea Elves in Age of Sigmar tell a story that Teclis doomed their race after they helped him win a war. How true is that? So it is very true. Okay, trees look fine now. It is very true that Teclis did try to destroy their race. Not really sure about what they're mentioning when they mean win a war. But when Teclis created them, and was like kind of raising them up to be, you know, like the descendants essentially of the